Hello and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a series of videos on medieval Dynasty. I'm going to do videos on how I lay out my villages that I build and how I do things. So yeah, because I have a certain way that I set things out, or at least try to set things out. Like this is the first building I've put down. This is my building, but move that at a later date. On the map, I am building here, because over here you've got plenty of reeds. You've got reeds all around here, as around this lake. But the main reason I build in this area is for this here. Right here, but in this rocky outcrop here, is a mine. And that is critical for getting into mid-game and late-game stuff, especially when it comes to earning money. So what I tend to do is I speed run getting my first lot of villagers. Because the main thing you want to get done first is you want to get a woodworker down. So I usually go with 2 woodworking huts. I'll start with it with 2 woodworking huts, so I'll build 2 houses as well. Because what I also tend to do is when it comes to villagers, is try and get, when you get your first villagers, try and go for a male and a female. That way you can put them in the same home, and then eventually they'll become a family, so that way you can actually sort out who it is goes in what location. And when you, before you even think about that, you need to think about where you want to put things as well. That way you can set out the layout. It's like I'm going to put my woodworking huts around here, which means I'm also going to need their house nearby, because it'll be quicker for you and you'll get more equipment if they don't have miles to go to get to their allocated work location. And that'll come into it later on in the videos as well, when it comes to mining and things like that. So for now, I am going to get started on getting the foundation down, so I can then see about getting my first couple of villages. So I shall see you shortly. Okay then, and I've been gathering a load of gear. So now to start getting my initial setup done. The first layout I do is I just get shit down in a reasonable location to begin with. But there are a few buildings that, in my opinion, you want to get down first, because it will help speed up progression. One of the first buildings you want to get is you'll need a woodshed. You want to get a woodshed down. Let's get this built. Right, so we have the woodshed down. Remember, you can move buildings when you actually want to start doing the full design. But right now it's about getting the very start going, so you can actually get the ball rolling and start picking up momentum. So now after this I build, I will need a well, because the one thing you want to do is when you get villagers, you want their workstations near where they live, because the quicker they get to their workstations, the more gear they'll actually gather for you. And then I'll show you why I'm doing a well and all that in a minute. Right, I've got that down, Oh, wrong button. Right, I'm then gonna need, which one is it? Production. Need a workshop. I'll show you why I'll do this in a minute. That's just the workshop done. Right then, and the next one, storage. Right, resource storage. Alright. As I said, remember, this is only the very beginning. So you want to get the stuff down first, and then you can start moving it around at a later date. But right now, I want to get this down. Right then, now this is done. So the first lot of buildings I try and get up is when you first start as well, you only, I think it's 5 buildings you're allowed to begin with until you get your dynasty rep up. So obviously you'll have your first building, which is always your house. The next one in order of that will be your wood shed. You'll need your storage building, and then ideally you'll need the workshop, and then definitely the well, because what you want to do is you want to start speed running, at least getting your first villager, and you want to get them gathering wood. But because your villagers need somewhere to live, need items to live, you will also need buckets. Right, so you need to unlock the buckets. Right, it's 2 planks, okay. And then you want to get it ready. But what your villagers then need is they need firewood, water, and food. So if you got been hunting while you're gathering, what you can do is you can then cook up a load of meat. Get the meat sorted. Right, that's the meat. And then what you want to do is you want to put that in your resource storage, because all your villagers will then start gathering, get everything they need from the resource storage. So always make sure you've got at least meat in there. You'll need water. That's why I say you need your workshop, because in order to make buckets you got to carve logs into planks, and then you need the planks to make the buckets, which I will do now. Soon you want to get everything ready before your first villager, because as soon as you get their happiness up, the more productive they'll be. And there is a way that I've found to actually get your guys to level up quickly as well, because the more they level up, the more they'll get. And I'll show you, that will be in a later video. Oh, for fuck's sake, typical. Because when it comes to getting towards your late game stuff, you'll need your villagers to have a decent level in extraction, so you can send them off to mine and do all the mining for you once you get the mine down. So I've got the food in there ready for my first lot of villagers. Do 4 planks. Yeah, so we'll get the planks done. But while you're here as well, you also want to make firewood, because your villagers need the 3 basic things, well, 4 basic things. They need somewhere to live, they need food, they need water, and they need firewood. So as long as you can get that ready before you start getting your first villager, because, right, let's get that, right. Let's get some buckets. Now that you've got the buckets, this is why I get the well. But because you are first limited, yeah, because you're limited to how many buildings you can have straight off the bat, what I tend to do is, once I've got this sorted out, right, so put your buckets in, firewood, right, so now in that storage you've got your cooked meat, you've got firewood, and you've got buckets. That means you're then starting to get ready for your first villager. So what you can then do is you can demo this to begin with, and then as long as you leave yourself enough space and come over to where your woodcutters are, and then get another house down. So let's get that done. Simple house. And I'm putting it right by the woodshed. Oh, I need to get some stone and shit. I shall be back shortly. Okay then. Right, and I'm back. Now, you see, I've finished off this house. So when you first start out, this is how I have my village laid out. Obviously I've got the resource storage there, my own house, the well, working site, and another house, because you'll need this house for the people who will be working here. And these are the first ones you want to get. And when you do, what you want to do, 2 seconds, is it's then management, extraction, woodshed. Right, and then go across to assignment, edit assignment. Now, what I tend to do is, because the one that most amount of time in order to gather are logs. So, first time you want to get in logs, also a little bit of firewood. Okay, so you accept this, so then it's accept, right, one. Then it's a matter of figuring out how much you want to do. What I do is I usually go up to, I do 75% log and then 25% firewood. That's how much they'll gather. So when you actually get the person, you'll have a house already ready for them. Because when you first assign them, their mood starts going down straight away. Because if you haven't assigned a house, so I always get ready before I'm ready for my first person. So you want to go find someone who's strong in extraction. That way, when they join, as soon as you get the notifications that they're unhappy and all this kind of shit, because they've got no house and all that, you can automatically assign them a house, you can assign them the job, and then they can crack straight on. What I also do to help is they will gather resources from the resources shed. Things like firewood and things like that. But it's always good to have food and firewood already in their building. When you grab that, and run over to their building and put it straight into their box, so it's automatically ready. So as soon as you assign them the house and the job, that's it, they'll just crack on straight away. You don't have to worry about their happiness go down because you haven't assigned it straight away and you haven't got it ready for when you first start. So that's what I do, so it's already in the box, and then it's just a matter of going to find your first villager. So then you go into your town, which is over there. I need to put a fucking marker down. Right, so I'll be right back when I get to the village. Okay then. Right, now at the town, and if you want to look for people that you can add to your village, you want to look for that symbol at the top there on the thing. It shows you where they are, so you want to head over to them. But what you want to do is you want to look for a suitable candidate. In order to do that, if you look at them and then hold survival, it'll tell you what they're good at. That one's ideal actually, it's good at fucking everything. Right, so because she's going to be doing wood cutting, it needs to be extractions, and she's got level 3 extraction, which is good. So I'm creating a settlement. Right, great to see you there. Right, so now we have a new villager, and now if you look top left hand side of the screen, you've got all the symbols coming up where they need a house, food, water, firewood. So what you then do is you go to management, and then obviously to the person. Then what you could do is you assign them a house. So you assign them the house there, and then what you could do is you can assign her a workplace straight away. So I'll be getting it at the lumberjack. Oh, I need to put, oh fuck, I forgot to put tools in, dickhead. So now she's been assigned, and now the symbols are gone. That one in the top corner that says 2, that should go down to 1, I believe. So, and as you can see there, she will now produce 20 logs per day and 5.2 firewood. It's because you've got a house and they can hold 2 people. Because it's a woman I've just sent over there, I can now look for a man. He's good at hunting, fishing and things like that. What are you good at? Oh, that's another one that's good at extraction. Let's send you there as well. And because it's a man, I can now assign the bloke to the same house as that woman. So yeah, so that's what I generally do in the very beginning. And I will head back to my village and I'll see you in a second. Right. Okay then, here we are back at the village. My villagers haven't quite made it yet, but what I need to do is put some tools in here. You put the axes in the box. Right. There we go. Now, the reason why I've still got one left is because I've still got no logs in here yet. But so now, this is what I do initially when I first thing I try and do is try and get 2 villagers straight off the bat. Because you are limited when you first start the game. You're only allowed like 5 buildings. So that's the way I do it. It's always, I do the workshop to get the buckets. And then I can sort out water. And then I can get rid of the workshop and put another one down a little bit later as and when I need it. But now, that frees up your time now. Because now that I've got a worker, they'll be gathering logs and sorting out all the firewood for me. So that's sorted out. And the beauty of that as well is the earlier you get it done, the quicker they'll start leveling up. So when you start getting more into the end games, middle game and end game, it'll actually help them because their skills will go up and they will increase. As you saw, both of my new villagers, extraction was level 3. But they could go up to a maximum of 10, same as me. And obviously the more they level up, the more they actually do. So that's my initial setup. It looks a bit random and all over the place. But as I said, you can move the property, you can move the buildings around as and when you start properly setting down the layout for your village. The reason why I keep the well is because obviously they're going to use the water. And their empty buckets, once they've emptied the buckets from the water that you put in there, it will go into your resources shed. So you can then get them out and then get them in there. And what you can also do is you can assign someone to the well. And they'll just keep filling up buckets. So, yeah. But what you can also do is if you've got enough bucket to begin with, what you could do is you can get rid of the well and change the well for an extraction hut. And use your second person. So I've got one in the woodcutter's hut. The second person, I can then get them gathering straw. So it saves time you doing that. So they're doing all that in the background. Well, it means you can go out and start leveling up your hunting. And you can then start going up to the mine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. I'm going to be doing a series of these. So I'll be doing the next one, which will be the next lot of stages. How I build my village. And then through mid-game, end sort of mid-game. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. As I said, I'll be doing more of these. I also play other games as well. Please leave a comment, give me some feedback on, it could be anything, questions about the game, and I'll answer them. Or it could be if you suggest any other games that I should try, or if I've played before, I'll give my advice on them as well. So please, feel free to leave a comment. Thank you again. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.